So here's S&P 500 time and date. So let's go over what I was talking about yesterday. Yesterday I mentioned how S&P is on a weekly trend, has been on a weekly trend ever since down here. No, actually, my bad, sorry. And I believe it's this one. Yes, I put it on that. Yeah, right here. We've been on this weekly trend line. On top of that, we just closed a 3 monthly. This is a weekly. On the weekly, we're in a three candle box. First candle give you your resistance. Second candle gives you support. You box it up. You wait. You wait. You go over the weekend's data. That way, the weekend at what time it's released, what events are happening. That way, you can sort of predict how the market's gonna react, which is a thing that I do. So again, this week has 3 more days left. So either they're gonna announce it till Sunday, and if since we're shut down, I guess Friday we won't be able to get certain data out. We won't be able to see certain data. And let me show you what I mean by that. ChatGPT was explaining this shit to me right now earlier. Okay. Confirm weaker consumer mood. So we haven't been really buying. So again, that's another red flag. That's a part of the early week dip towards your lower box trend line. So even ChatGPT is learning my strategy. I have a strategy, the three candle box, and here's what we have one. Your first candle gives you your resistance. Second candle gives you support. You box it up. You wait for the last candle. Since we're in the weekly, you gotta then scout the data, what time the data comes out, what events we have to see how the market is then gonna react towards this week. I was saying how we were gonna react this way, how the S&P was gonna react this way, how they're not gonna fucking do they're gonna shut down the government. The market's gonna fear. CNN, NBC, all bullshit gonna and the market was going to start falling and hitting your 12-hour candle 50 Fibonacci and your 4-hour candle 50 Fibonacci. And that's what I mean by this. Here's your 12-hour candle 50 Fibonacci dropping it and I test this. My indicator, this is your cushion. Each hour has its own cushion. The higher you go, the stronger that cushion is. This is a 12-hour candle. So we're going to go down here. Since we have data tomorrow at 5:30, let's see, what time is it? Oh, so even ChatGPT brought up my strategy about the three candle box scenario. How earlier in the week we're gonna get this sort of drop or whatnot, and then midweek, depending on the data or whatnot, we could have some sort of support to bring it back up again. On top of that, if they end up saying something about the government working on it, working on the bill, something like that, towards Friday or whatnot, then you will see the market sort of recover. But I doubt it because they could also extend this for 2 weeks or whatnot. So again, they just mind fucking us with at this point. Let me see, where was it at? Data. That's what I put my. I don't have it here, I guess. Anyways, let me go back up. Data coming out at 5:15 and at 7. We have the weekly trend line, which is again where the cushion, my 12-hour cushion area is at. Sorry for all the mess. I know it doesn't make sense to you guys. All right, so it's 12 o'clock. Let's go to the 4-hour candle. We have 4-hour candle 50 Fibonacci. That's we have the red 50 right here. The 12-hour candle 50 Fibonacci. That's where we see a yellow one and a 2-hour candle 50 Fibonacci. That's what they're all concentrated in between this area right here. So not just that, also right above the weekly trend line that it's been on for a long ass time already. So since we have data tomorrow, the S&P is gonna have the dip like I told you guys that it most likely was gonna have. I told you guys yesterday on the video how we would have this fake out right here, how we were going up as data and all the shit was coming out, but as the market got to at the end of it, the market was gonna get scared again and start selling because nobody came to a conclusion and blah 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 blah. So market's selling. And that's what you're seeing this shit right now because it's October 1st and the government shut down supposedly. So from here, depending on how we get the data tomorrow, we can get sort of have a boost and just bullshit in this area right here. This is where the three candle box is at right here. This is where you have the three candles. This is where you have the three candles. And that's why I have that little sign in here to remind me. So anyways, let me go to 1 hour candle. This is where we close this is where we close the month, the 3 monthly. This is where we've been stuck for the last 3 weeks. So again, that's very important. And again, from here, we should be, it's 12:45. We should be holding right here. And depending, we're going to struggle to get back inside of here. We're most likely going to get stuck inside of this box right here, which is from 6,653 to 6,634, and maybe come down, test this trend line. But again, since we have data, the market, as we get closer to the data, you guys see the market then try to recover up here, whatnot. My indicators are telling me, hey, this is your entry and these are your selling points, especially if tomorrow we get bad data. You should see some sort of fake dropout, how the market's gonna drop. But pay attention again to 7:45, 8:30 in the morning. If we have some sort of recovery coming up, depending how far we go down, which I don't think we're gonna go that fucking crazy on down. If anything, we're gonna go down in between these boxes here, create support here, and then go back up again at 8:45 or 7:45 to 8:30. And also after that, pay attention to 11:45 to 12:30, because that's when the market goes for the last real move before it closes at 1 p.m. But in trading your futures, it closes at 2. So that's why 11:45, 12:30 in the morning is morning and night. It's very important. And because of that, you're going to see gold and silver go up too. Because why? Because this market is in fear. That's what you're seeing this rally happening right now. So if this keeps happening, if this shutdown keeps happening, stretches, you can see, yeah, silver is it's getting ready to blow up, keep on making new time high. Likewise with silver for the same reason. Likewise with Bitcoin. Bitcoin follows S&P 500. Same with Ethereum. It's a domino effect. But that's about it, you guys. It's pretty much that simple. The thing with the company shutdown, you don't know how long it lasts, but typically, and I want to say because it's done. He doesn't want to look fucking. He doesn't want to be embarrassed or whatnot. He wasn't. He wants to look like the hero. He wants to look like, I got this, you guys. You know, these guys. You know how they are. They don't want to come to an agreement because what are the fucking bullshit they start saying. And at the end, he comes like a hero and said that, he had a talk with them or some shit like that. But that's about it, you guys. Just want to keep update you and explain to you guys how it break it down and see how it happened. And also, if you go on my last video, I was playing about how this would happen. Because this is a typical thing the market does when they are talking about or we're dealing with the government shutdown. What's going on Forex with the foreign? Actually, I don't focus on Forex trading, but to be honest, I literally just focus on stocks like OWNs, Big Bear, Rocket Lab, Tesla, United Healthcare, BMNR, Tom Lee stock, gold, silver, Palantir, Nvidia, S&P 500, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. Those are my top, and Penguin too. But those are my top stocks, crypto that I follow, analyze. If I can't follow them because they'll be fucking long as fuck. If I see something, I try to record it, but there's so many of them that I have to update, and by that I mean update all my boxes, all my Fibonacci's, all my trend lines on every single one of them. So it takes me sometimes hours, and by the time I'm done with them, I really don't want to go back on and go over them. So yeah, sorry for that. But yeah, go girl. I hope that helped. But again, you guys, I'm gonna try to hop on over the weekend sometime and make short videos and make a playlist on me breaking down all these boxes, all these lines, what they mean. That way it's much simpler for you guys when I hop on. It kind of makes sense to you. Also, I'm gonna try and get friends to hop on here. That way I can help them. Same time I can record it, and any questions that you guys might have that you guys can comment or you guys forgot, maybe when you watch the video and you see my friend asking me questions about it, hey, what does this line mean? What do you mean by that? It's more easier for you guys or more interesting, more easier for you guys to watch this video, since we have other people in here that also don't know shit about how I do my strategies. That will then make it more easier or interactive for you to see in a way. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying because I'm new to this to you guys. I don't write anything before I get in here, so if I sound nervous or a little bit retarded, because again, I'm not your fucking smartest guy, but when it comes with S&P 500, Bitcoin, in these stocks, I know what I got. But